Last time on the Great Ace Attorney 2.
I can only assume it was an embellished
There we are.
bolted on later by the reporter.
Oh no.
I think Sholmes is going to lose a nose.
Madame Two Spells, don't take it out on Mr. Sholmes.
Indeed, I was really hoping that my statue would be finished later.
Not provoke me, Mr. Sholmes. Otherwise you can be a live model. I'll stuff you like some taxidermy squirrel.
Well, the joke's on you, Madame Two Spells. I like that sort of thing.
Ooh la la, indeed. Would it be fair to say that Mr. Drebber's last remark was significant to you?
I thought it was a little strange how Monsieur Drebber could claim this now. When I met you 10 years ago, you recounted to me about your adventures in the cemetery, including the gunshot and the blood that splattered over you when he was shot.
As Sarah once said before, take this banana and shove it up your
Banana hole.
Posterior.
Do you remember this, camera? Because I certainly have. The fact is, there was a witness to the fact that the man did escape his hanging.
If that were really true, Counsel, the implications of misconduct would not stop at the supervising coroner.
Sounds like we're going to have to dig out the weed by the roots.
I'll grab my spade.
Mr. Harold, I'm going to take the shovel, and if you keep calling it a spade, I am going to take your precious sticky and use my shovel and bury him alive.
If you love that spade so much, why don't you go on and marry it?
You, Sticky, and the spade could go off into the sunset.
With your little harem.
And it's exactly because of those monumental repercussions that Dr. Scythe would consent to any demand made of her by someone who threatened to expose the secret. She was coerced into collaborating in order to protect her decade-old secret. She switched the dead body of Mr. Asman and fabricated the autopsy report.
Do you realize just what a dangerous endeavor it would be to coerce this woman into such criminal activity?
Have you seen that face? I wouldn't want to mess with it.
And this was no petty crime.
There's something significant that this newspaper article and the contract have in common. In short, the journalist who drew the illustration and wrote the article published about Mr. Drebber 10 years ago was the victim of this case, Mr. O.D. Asman.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Disillusion Plays The Great Ace Attorney 2 Resolve, where we play the games and do the voices.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm Sarah.
I'm Pete.
and I'm Taylor.
Hi.
Nice.
And just before we jump on in, just that little old friendly reminder to give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and ring that bell.
Yeah.
I did it.
Yeah.
I did feel a bit weird saying, I don't know, I felt myself falter when I said the Great Ace Attorney. I'm like,
It's because you wanted
wait,
to.
what game are we playing?
You wanted to say the name of a different game, didn't you?
I guess.
It begins with. It has like Angan and ends in onper. I expect.
Well, I guess, yeah, or like the other one that we've been doing.
Ah, yes. Well, we shall see.
Disillusion Plays, the game where Taylor doesn't get to date the cat girl because there is no justice in the world.
The world is prejudiced.
Well, it's because we've not played the game enough. We have found out.
Yes, so we've got to get like half of
You've got to
the
get half of the
endings
endings or
crazy
something to
stuff?
unlock the super secret stuff.
So join us next time for when Taylor blitzes through the game in order to unlock the option. Anyway,
Also, join us next time where Taylor doesn't proceed to just say that we're doing stuff that we're not actually going to do.
It's all true.
Where Taylor it's
well,
the
there
truth.
you go. Dr. Scythe has said it.
Oh my god. Taylor, stop saying we're doing things that we're not doing.
Oh, never mind. That day, when I arrived at the Crystal Tower and saw the birdcage, my heart nearly stopped beating.
Oof.
I mean, it's not a good look for a coroner.
And that is why you see me as I am now.
That memory from a decade ago that I'd done my best to bury deep inside myself. Are you being rude?
No?
Your expression says otherwise.
No?
It was the professor again, staring me in the face. And then, before I had a chance to react, I noticed something else.
Oh, a little envelope there.
Yeah, letter.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
There was a note tucked inside the model's jacket. Dr. Scythe, you will go along with my plan. From someone who knows the truth about what really happened that night 10 years ago. All the instructions were there in the note. Every detail was meticulously written out. I had no choice but to do what it said. I made all the necessary alterations to the scene and fabricated the autopsy report as instructed.
Byakuya?
Edgeworth? There was really no other choice. It had to be done for the sorry. I don't know where I was going with them. I'd not even read the line and thought I'd said it wrong already.
Oh dear.
What is happening? There was really no other choice. It had to be done to protect the judiciary. I can only apologize now.
Wow, Mr. Zato, we really do have a way of uncovering all of these hidden government secrets, don't we?
It's quite juicy. I can't wait to write to Father about this.
Why on earth would you buckle now?
1, 2, buckle my shoe.
1, 2, buckle my shoe.
Well, there's no point trying to hide it anymore, is there?
But you do realize that Strongheart will have our heads, don't you? Oh, did I say that out loud?
Okay.
I said that.
Oh. Not again.
Yep.
Double gavel. I would have done anything to stop it coming out.
Oh, my.
For God's sake. I thought I was the horny one. It's rubbing off on Pete.
Oh, my.
Oh, my dear madam.
I would have done anything to stop it coming out. Even collaborate in a murder. Will you stop snickering?
I heard.
For goodness sake, I'm trying to be serious here and confess to my sins.
I'm sorry.
But the great lie about that execution 10 years ago has been exposed. Whatever happens, I'm finished.
Damn.
What have you done?
Wow, isn't this interesting, Lord Van Zeiks?
Don't
Isn't this
rub it
all
in.
so interesting? So then, Mr. Trevor, what do you say to that? Your accomplice has admitted everything.
Drat.
Surely it goes without saying.
You admit your part in it too, then?
No, never. I'll die.
Well, it was worth a shot.
It'll go with me to the grave.
Oh,
I admit nothing at all.
What?
oh, give it up.
Have you forgotten that the kinesis machine was ripped to shreds by an explosion? Short of me admitting to a crime, there's really no possible way for you to prove I did anything
Well,
wrong.
actually, I mean, when you think about the fact that you left a bomb on the floor and nearly blew a bunch of law enforcement officers to smithereens, I would call that attempted murder. I mean, that was pretty clearly something wrong. And we got another case where it's like, oh no, I cannot be arrested for something illegal that I've done. It's like, no, you've committed a blatant felony and commission of trying to prove your innocence. It's ridiculous.
I'm sorry, I'm not entirely sure what you mean by committing a felony. I don't believe I've heard that word before in our vocabulary here in Britain. What is a felony? Is it some kind
Felony?
of... Is it something that you'd put on some kind of barbecue?
Also, what?
Order! Order! Order!
Whatever this man says, I admit everything. He threatened to expose my secret, so I went along with his plan. And Lord Van Zeiks.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Are you quite all right?
I'm trying to find the voice. It went away. It escaped for a moment.
I hope you'll accept my apologies.
Oh, a smile.
What happens next is in your hands, of course.
It would be very inconvenient if my boss were to burst through the doors at any near moment and then declare in a final way that the investigation had to stop immediately. It would be most inconvenient if that were to happen.
I have heard more than enough now. I hereby present the final findings of this court.
Wait, what?
What?
It looks like a little birdie. I'm hearing a little voice in my earpiece, and I have been instructed specifically to stop the proceedings immediately by somebody.
Lord Strongheart, please take that gun from out of my back, please.
This trial is not the proper forum in which to pursue the alleged wrongdoings of Mr. Drebber.
It's not?
The professor...
Oh, right.
The defendant is Professor Albert Hairbrain. Very true. It had slipped my mind.
Could it have not slipped a little bit more?
Isn't he one of your closest friends?
I don't have friends.
As the court has heard, Dr. Scythe has admitted to the allegations brought by the defense, thereby absolving the defendant of any possible guilt.
Oh, you mean...
A happy accident?
At the present time, it is the conclusion of this court that the defendant was not involved in any wrongdoing.
Well, I certainly hope that this is a happy coincidence and not an attempt to cover up some deeper misdoing.
Does the prosecution have any objection?
Yeah.
Several.
He's like,
None, my lord.
Sorry, that was very deep. Hello. Oh, congratulations, Mr. Naruhodo.
Thank you?
You've proven Professor Hairbrain's innocence.
I somehow feel as though we haven't won, though.
Without further ado, then, the adjudication.
this is reminding me of in the first game where we had that kind of weird hollow victory the first time.
I was just about to say, this feels like the McGilded case all over again.
That's the one. Yeah, where it was just kind of like, it was like getting juicy, and all of a sudden it's like, by the way, I'm going to snatch the rug out from under you. No! So yeah, interesting.
Unless the prosecution or defense have any other matters to discuss.
No. Quickly, let's just settle the adjudication before somebody inevitably bursts through the door and says, "Hold it!" Oh, right, I win again. I win. I don't know. This doesn't feel quite right.
No Sherlock.
Oh!
Why did Dr. Scythe suddenly admit to it like that?
Is everything all right, Mr. Naruhodo?
Like you said before, the way the trial is set to end now, the judge will certainly deliver a verdict of not guilty.
Isn't that what you want, though? That's
But
usually
is that really what we want?
That's usually what we want, isn't it, Mr.
Like,
Naruhodo?
wait a minute. Get out of my head, Susato.
What the defense should be pushing for now is...
Oh, shit.
Ooh, Oh, for goodness sake! Too many gavels.
Da-da-da. What do we do, guys?
Well, I feel like it's pushing us in the direction of further testimony, to be honest.
It does feel that way, doesn't it? But at this,
It does.
do we just say immediate or do we?
Let's see immediate adjudication and see if Ryunosuke's like, no, we have to pursue the truth at any cost, even if it means potentially jeopardizing Albert Hairbrain's freedom. Wait, what?
What is this? What are you doing?
If the judge gives his verdict now, Professor Hairbrain will be found not guilty without any doubt.
Is something troubling you, perhaps?
Yes, but it's probably nothing. In the antechamber. In the antechamber. During the recess. In the antechamber during the recess earlier. I did give Mr. Sholmes my word, though, didn't I?
Of course, yes.
What word would that be, my dear boy? I feel like
I've
may have forgotten, because it's been at least a week, probably more.
He basically said if like an uncomfortable situation arises, then he must pursue it at all costs.
Oh, that was it.
I told him I'd pursue any doubts I had about the truth to the absolute loss.
Yes, you did, my dear fellow. Don't go back on it now.
Well remembered, Sarah. If only we'd advanced the text.
I didn't have a dicky bird about that one.
No, I completely forgot to.
If you gave Mr. Sholmes your word, then it most certainly isn't nothing. And it means there's only one right answer here.
Yes, you're right. I don't know why I was ever wavering. Thanks. Disillusion plays. Objection! The defense objects to the trial ending at this time, my lord.
Oh, there it is!
Oh, and I've just run out of caramel. Oh, dear.
For a moment there, my dear boy, my dear fellow, I wondered if you were going to perhaps go back on our agreement.
I beg your pardon?
We demand one final testimony.
Oh, no. He's got his chalice, it's empty.
What? What? No. You do realize I'm about to adjudicate in favor of your client, I presume?
What are you playing at now? My Nipponese friend. Why would you want to obstruct the conclusion of the trial at this point?
Are you mad?
No
Stop
defense.
raving.
No defense lawyer in his right mind would do that.
Well, fortunately for you, I'm not in my right mind. Wait a minute.
Oh, send in the men in white coats. The defense has lost it.
Well, Hairbrain can't intervene at the moment. But...
Mr. Naruhodo, what exactly are you thinking?
Yes.
Miss Susato, you were the one who encouraged me to pursue this. Don't suddenly doubt me now.
I know, but I didn't think you were going to do it.
Counsel, will you please stop
calling your bluff.
Stop bickering over there and finally make some sense.
Look, shut up, you! You've got your own little assistant to argue with, though. Be quiet.
Assistant whine.
Not the bloody scroll!
The truth. The whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. Wait. And a way to bring it all out into the open.
Wait a minute, sir. You should maybe not everything out in the open.
Right.
Yes, in hindsight.
There's the reminder.
Ah, yes. One word of warning before I go. If, in the course of the trial this afternoon, you perceive even a shadow of doubt about the truth, don't let it out of your sight. Pursue it like a dog with a bone. Much like
Mr. Sholmes,
our
that
little
was
friend
far
Toby.
more than one word.
Like Toby.
Bleh.
To the bitter end, you understand. Do not falter, whatever may come to pass, even if you were to potentially lose your position in this country and were forcibly extricated back home.
Some of you may die, but that's a risk I am willing to take.
I'm sure Mr. Sholmes knew. Yeah, I just imagine he's like, oh yes, don't you worry about whether or not you lose your reputation and certification and have to go back. I believe in you. Although, of course, I have no personal stake in what happens either way. So, go
But
on.
I did ask my dear Iris's magic mirror this morning, and it suggested that it would work in your favor somehow, maybe, kind of, in a roundabout way. Much like a lucky student of some kind. It may ruin you entirely, but at least you will be successful.
But please note
Kind
that
of.
I don't know you if it all goes wrong.
Indeed. And we have never met, and we haven't had this conversation, and I will not back you up in any way whatsoever.
Thanks, Mr. Sholmes.
You're
He must
welcome.
have deduced that this would happen, which is quite odd because usually his deductions are about 5 miles off of the mark.
And then the camera pans straight to the gallery, and then he just focuses straight on Sholmes and zooms right in, and he just looks straight at the camera and gives a big old knowing wink.
Yes, I'm here in court to advocate for my client and to secure an acquittal.
Obviously. Tell us something we don't know.
But that's not all. I believe that I have a duty to the court
Oh, God.
to pursue the whole truth of the case until every last detail is laid bare.
Whoa.
Well then, why didn't you say so?
And that is why the defense calls for further testimony from Dr. Scythe.
Oh, for God's sake. Testimony from me? About what?
What you're doing on Friday evening.
Well, I'm disemboweling. Well, no, actually, I'll have to cancel that. It appears that my schedule is altered and I'm going to be in prison. So I don't think I'll be defiling any corpses anytime soon.
Oh, so you're free then. Excellent. Dinner and tea through the bars. No, about the nature of your collaboration with Mr. Enoch Drebber.
Ha! In case it escaped your attention, I've already admitted to everything I did. The whole truth has already been revealed. Stop wasting everyone's time!
Stop deflecting.
As his lordship made very plain, your client will get the acquittal you wanted for him.
So yeah, all of this like fluff does suggest that she is covering for somebody, I guess.
Yeah.
I think Sarah's rumbled it from the very start. I think she's somehow covering for Strongheart.
If it's not Strongheart, I will eat my hat. But that
But you
guy
don't, Sarah,
is
you don't wear a hat.
Sarah, you don't have a hat.
You don't wear a hat.
Figuratively, hypothetically, if I was wearing a hat, I would eat it. Because he's been a sussy backer from the outgo.
Sussy baka. Sussy baka.
There's simply no point protracting this business further.
Sarah's so determined. She's like, there's no point protracting his business. I mean this. I'm not referring to
This
anybody in particular.
business.
Strongheart. Oh no.
I must have a particularly strong heart to keep going through these proceedings.
I did it again.
That was a coincidence. No. Don't read too deeply into that.
Look, I'm determined.
This is a maelstrom of accusations. Don't. Okay, no, coincidence.
Look, I am determined to throw that guy under the bus. There's simply no point protracting this business further with another tedious cross-examination.
Objection! Get the heck out of here!
My dear fellow! My eye!
My dear.
That animation, how? Pray, forgive my careless handling of that hallowed bottle. I slipped. It's like, yeah, sure.
Right in my face, my fellow!
That's what you call it?
How can you possibly say that, Lord Van Zeiks? That was very clearly deliberate. What is your objection, Lord Van Zeiks?
The prosecution also calls for supplementary testimony from the witness.
He is turning into Edgeworth.
Don't be stupid.
I was literally thinking the same thing. It's like, oh, they're actually pursuing the truth together.
Yeah.
If there is more to this case than has yet come to light, then I will join my learned friend in pursuing the facts until the bitter end.
Did we just become best friends?
Frenemies. I'll take frenemies. You what?
You what, mate?
You what?
Again, and then I just imagine that Lord Strongheart is like, ah, yes, I've penciled in some thinking time. Wait a minute.
No.
Why do I get the feeling that there's about to be a very deep, dark secret that I need to...
No, I imagine Lord
I feel my time is up.
No, I imagine Lord Strongheart is sitting up in his crystal tower, somehow observing this and going, why on earth did I give that guy a chance in the beginning? Why didn't I send
He
him
was
packing?
supposed to fail!
God's
What are
sake.
the odds were astronomical!
Why did I let him back into the court? That's another question.
Like, for Lord's sake.
Anyway,
I didn't... Oh.
you did say it. I thought. Maybe.
I don't remember.
Sorry.
No, he didn't.
Lord Van Zeiks.
This
We're having a moment. We're having a moment.
Really weird.
this is most irregular, to say the least. However, as the prosecution also calls for it, I will uphold the request. What is a poor old man to do but to listen to the folly of others? It is the most interesting thing that's happening to me all year. Dr. Scythe, you will testify for the court, explaining the full extent of your involvement in the murder apparently committed by Mr. Dribber.
Very well.
I absolutely will not lie through my teeth one bit. I promise. I pinky promise. Lie, 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 lie.
Oh, Christ.
Okay, the waxwork plot.
It all began at the scene when I saw the waxwork and the note tucked inside its jacket. The actual body of the victim, as indicated in the note's instructions, was beneath the experimentation stage. The body had to be arranged in certain ways to implicate the defendant, which was my job. I enlisted...
You know... Sorry.
No, sorry, go on.
So, in just in terms of why, because Drebber made a whole point of saying, oh, yes, you see, I did not stand to financially gain from his murder, so why would I do it?
Mm-hmm.
I almost wonder if Strongheart has a beef or had a beef with Odie Asman, and he basically engineered this whole thing with these two because he knew one secret, and he was able to basically get Drebber to fabricate the whole thing, to get rid of Odie. And because Drebber had plausible deniability, he figured it would avoid implicating him or something.
He'd be able to get away with it scot-free. Yeah. Maybe.
I enlisted the help of the entire forensic investigation team to dress the scene appropriately, and told them that if any of them spilled the beans, they would have an appointment with my table in the morgue. The truth about the execution 10 years ago is a state secret of the highest level. I had to protect it.
Or perhaps an appointment with her... Is it her sister? Daughter, was it?
Her daughter.
Daughter.
Or her
Her
scalpel, I guess.
Yeah, her daughter.
Who does not seem the slightest bit unhinged whatsoever.
I don't think she's going to be happy when Mummy Dearest ends up in prison.
Do you think, as a complete random aside, do you think this is how Jane the Slipper comes about?
Slipper.
We don't have, because obviously
Maybe.
we don't have Jack the Ripper, but then Scythe gets arrested, and then her daughter goes ape, and
AWOL.
goes AWOL and proceeds to. I don't know. I'm just completely random.
Who knows?
You did say that one, didn't you? I didn't.
So I was right.
I think so.
Yeah.
This...
I was checking. Sarah read the line. I was like, oh no, I forgot.
It's okay.
The stage and the machine were all specially designed for the deception.
So it seems, and all meticulously prepared. You did well to see through it. You're a very shrewd boy.
Oh my. well, so kind of you to say.
And when you look at me like that,
Get away from him, you witch!
oof, defensive.
And what about this autopsy report, then? All I did was record the location of the body as being in the Crystal Tower instead of under the stage. That's all. That's a terrible corruption. Only my team were aware of the deceit, and then only under my explicit instructions. Nobody else at Scottish Yard knew anything about it, I assure you.
Yeah, this is all kind of reflecting pretty poorly on the department, it must be said!
We must be thankful for small mercies, I suppose. Well, I believe that testimony has clarified everything.
Has it? Bleep!
There's no particular need for a cross-examination, I would say.
Objection!
No, I disagree. I can't shake the feeling that something's wrong.
It's like Sholmes appears behind him. Remember, my boy, remember what I said. Pursue the truth.
Just look at that admittedly intoxicating expression on Dr. Scythe's
Well,
face.
hello.
It's the defense's right to cross-examine any witness following testimony.
In your face, Judge.
Well, how rude. What is it about you Japanese that makes you all so doggedly persistent?
What is it about you English that makes you so darn racist?
Well, yeah. True. True.
Why do you guys hate the Japanese so much, Pete and Sarah?
Whoa, don't lump us in with the masses.
He says, well, like, we're literally like, yes, we're in the middle of playing a Japanese game. Like, we have exclusively played Japanese games on this channel, just about. Like, shut up.
We are not part of the freaking minority.
Or majority, perhaps.
Or
even.
majority. Well, yeah.
Very well. If you so desire, counsel, proceed with the cross-examination.
Yes, my lord.
It's like, ow!
My neck!
Right,
I have to book you a
so
masseuse after this, Mr. Harrow.
so I guess we're gonna have to be doing the press everything.
Hold it! From what you described before, it sounds like the note was anonymous. Did you have any idea of who was behind it?
Whomst.
Whomst was behind it?
There are very few people in the know about what really happened 10 years ago to start with. I'm looking at you, Drebber. But anyway, I never heard of this engineer. So no, I had no idea.
Yet, despite not knowing who was behind the plan, you went along with it.
I had no choice. Protecting the professor's secret was my only concern, as well as strong heart. Did I say that out loud? Okay.
But the horse has bolted now, and the stable door will never shut again. Scottish Yard's reputation will be immeasurably damaged as a result of all this.
That's what I said earlier!
He looks directly at Gregson.
I have never been gladder that I'm going to France!
He just looks at Gregson, and then very briefly, Gregson's like, he sort of starts sweating, and then Van Zeiks, you just see, he bares the fangs for a split second. Gregson falls over his stall.
Yes, thank you, Lord Van Zeiks. I'm well aware of that.
Oh, yes. I just wanted you to be aware of how it is your fault.
So, as I understand it, what you found in the birdcage was the waxwork model. Where, then, was the victim's body?
Okie dokie. Chris.
Hold it!
I was waiting for it to finish.
So, you knew about the special construction on the...
Are you quite
So
all right?
you knew about the special construction of the stage used to carry out the trick, then?
It was quite obvious what had happened with the victim and the waxwork. Like clockwork.
Oh.
Good one.
And you switched the two over, didn't you? In other words, you recorded the victim's body as having been discovered in the Crystal Tower. And the waxwork?
I wrapped it and sent it by carriage to the specified address at the specified time.
And why were you given such directions?
Also,
I don't know if I'm just being dumb. I'm just like, but wasn't the waxwork was the one that fell into the Crystal Tower? Was it not?
Yes.
Yes, definitely. It definitely was. But
Yeah.
like, we have the photograph of the. We have the photograph
well, that's
of the
probably
guy
gonna. Well,
in the
that's-
Crystal
That's
Tower.
probably gonna be an objection then. I guess that's gonna be a falsehood.
Because I'm like thinking, how did she get him over there?
Yeah, exactly.
Unless well,
Oh, yeah, because she said that she discovered the body in the... Well, then she...
She said that she conducted like he was underneath the stage.
yeah, but like we've got this picture.
But it's I imagine this is
On-
going to be the.
Al-
Wait a minute.
Although actually, you know what though? What this picture does not show is that they are definitely in the Crystal Tower.
Because of the glass.
It shows the glass at the top, it does, but who's to say that that glass hasn't just been put there? Like, he's in a wooden crate, like, you know, the wooden...
It's the bird cage.
Yeah, the bird cage, sorry. But like, this picture is properly cropped in, so he could be anywhere, and they've just chucked some glass down and be like, oh, look, it's the Crystal Tower, for definite. So, I don't know, just thinking out loud, I guess.
And why were you given such directions?
Presumably, so it could be recovered by Drebber and returned to Madame Two Spells.
Excuse me. I see.
Are we keeping
And then
you
you put
awake, Taylor? Honestly, sir.
Shut it, you.
Would you like to go and have a nap?
Maybe I will. And then you put the birdcage back on the experimentation stage.
Yes. Although someone obviously made a mistake about which cage should go where. I thought I'd made it perfectly clear to the team. But still.
Good help. Or finding good help to... I can't. No. To falsify.
That's gone.
Finding good help to falsify a crime scene is so hard nowadays. I suppose you were focused on the victim's body, that being a more important detail.
Let me have a look at these a minute. Help of the entire forensic investigation to address the scene appropriately.
Address the scene appropriately.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm still gonna.
Oh.
I'm still gonna press them in order, but I do wonder if what I was saying with the photograph's gonna come into it.
Hold it! When you say arranged, I presume you mean with this?
Ah, Andrew!
Yes.
That's my screwdriver!
Oh, shut up.
How
you
dare
weirdo.
you manhandle my screwdriver! Ah!
I'd be worried about.
Manhandle my screwdriver.
For goodness sake.
Men, control yourselves.
My goodness. Yes. The instructions in the engineer's note said something along the lines of fabricate some evidence to make it clear that Hairbrain alone could have killed Asman.
So, you mean that was your doing? Oh, that was your doing?
I fetched Hairbrain's ridiculous screwdriver from the stage.
Oh, God, Andrew, I'm so sorry.
For God's sake, you need to get out more. You do realise that, don't you? And took it with me, alone, to the abyss under the stage where the birdcage had fallen.
Alone, Doctor?
Yes, alone. Why would you question that? Strongheart wasn't with me. I mean, I didn't feel it would be appropriate to involve anybody else in that particular part of the deception.
And also, I didn't want an alibi. I didn't want anyone to see that I was there. You understand. Oop.
Oh.
Oh, hello. Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
There was a void under the stage where I found the birdcage lying in the dirt.
The guy.
I approached it, leaned down, and slowly opened it up. Behave. And I took the screwdriver in both hands and plunged it into the man's chest.
I mean, the picture does, align with that.
And then you noted that in your fake autopsy report, as a fictitious cause of death.
Exactly.
So, the actual cause of death was...
Broken neck.
But he didn't land down. He didn't land upside down. How would his neck break?
The trauma resulting from the 30-foot drop.
That big a drop.
My word.
What is it, Monsieur Zato?
Something about Dr. Scythe's last statement is playing on my mind. That's all.
Because the thing is, 30 feet isn't that high, and he's in the cage. He's strapped in, so he's in what is like a roll cage. He's kind of protected-ish?
Has she been set up? Do
Maybe.
you think,
Well, she stabbed him and killed him.
I'm
If he
wondering...
was out cold or something.
No, I know. I'm wondering, if he's... If she has been set up to actually be murderer then. It's a set... she's been set up. He could have been knocked out from the fall, maybe, but not actually dead, but she's been told he was dead.
Because look, because he's got his arms strapped in. I'm not saying it wouldn't have freaking hurt, but I don't. He was protected as he fell, and like I say, 30 feet. Unless I'm misremembering and I'm being a proper dumbass, but 30 feet isn't actually that high. It is quite high, but it's not. It's not like going from the upstairs floor of a building to the downstairs.
Join us for the next episode of Disillusion Plays, where Pete tests his theory by jumping off of the nearest 30-foot
All
building.
right, hang on a sec. How high is 30 feet in meters?
30 feet is about 9.1 meters.
9 meters! That's not that high! I mean, again, it's still quite a bit, but I don't think in that cage it would have killed him. It may have, broken some bones or dislocated something with the way that he's attached to it. And again, unless I'm being stupid, yeah, I think she's actually killed him.
Yeah, I think, she's...
Yeah, I guess.
Sorry.
Because if.
No, sorry, go on, Taylor, sorry.
No, again, if the cage did land head first, then yes, probably it would have.
Yes.
But if it did land on the bottom, then I imagine you're probably right.
It did land on the bottom
We
because
have
all the
proof
damage is
it's
at
on
the
the
bottom
bottom
of
of
the
the
bird cage.
Well, although, is that cage or is it the other one? I can't remember which cage was.
It's mysteries on top of mysteries.
Which cage was the one that has the damage on the bottom here? Yeah, look, the way that he's attached into it, he would not have died. I would even argue if he landed head first, it may have dislocated his shoulders. I mean, at 30 feet, but it wouldn't have broken his neck unless the top suffered enough damage that it kind of came in and.
But the top doesn't show damage.
But I mean, if I'm saying
yeah.
figuratively, if it did, hypothetically, sorry, if it did, he was upside down. And it was only 30 feet. I'm not entirely sure it would have broken his neck because of the way because he is literally inside it, protected. It is a protective shell.
Yeah,
and
he's
breathe.
either got knocked out on impact and he was actually still alive and she's been set up to actually murder him, or with the explosion, was there kind of steam and explosion if there was a gas in it that knocked him out? Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
What is that used for the demonstration?
Sorry. No, I'm pressing all of them. Sorry, I'm just
God damn it, I only wanted to look at the picture.
For once, the gears
Crash out the victim
are
inside
turning. And so...
Shoot the victim into the crystal tower. That one says into the crystal tower, but...
So,
But that's not the right one
No.
because they said that they saw the cage that crashed into the crystal tower crash
Head first.
yes.
Yes.
So this is the
So that
one
must
that
be the
he was
one.
in.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Mysteries on top of mysteries.
It's playing on my mind. That's all.
Yeah, ours too, Sasato. Ooh.
Yes, mine too. Dr. Scythe!
There's really no need to shout. I can hear you perfectly well.
The defense calls for you to add what you just said to your formal testimony!
I'm not deaf.
I'm excited!
Oh, we don't need to know about your pants.
I've heard about you clutching your sword at night.
Sorry, she wouldn't have said pants, she'd have said trousers. I do apologize.
Trousers.
Oh, which part?
Good question.
What I want her to supplement her testimony with is...
No, so hang on. So what did she say the cause of death was? Sorry, did she say
The trauma from the
Trauma
fall.
from the fall.
Now, can we 34? Can we prove? I know obviously we're speculating that didn't kill him. Can we prove that?
What's it say on that?
Just that it was leveled by a time bomb. The metal floor of the stage has been blown open by the explosion. There's the contract. I mean, maybe there's the picture. This, because it's not. Again, it's not far. Excuse me.
What's the autopsy was saying?
Yeah. Wound to the chest,
Broken
pierced the heart
vertebra.
from a considerable
Oh, height.
And it's. Yeah. Okay. Maybe let's say the real cause of death. And let's throw her own autopsy report on her.
The real cause of death being the fall of 30 feet. That part.
Fine. If that's what you want. Just stop yelling, please.
The
No!
prosecution concurs.
I refuse!
Very well. You will supplement your testimony now, witness.
If you wish, my lord. The actual cause of death was the neck trauma Asmund suffered from the 30-foot fall.
Right. No. Right. Her saying that's the Mass Effect dialogue. We show the cage. Because there is no, there's nothing at the top of the cage. God damn it. There's no damage on the top of the cage. It's only the bottom. I think. God damn it. Okay. Is this a banana?
That last statement would seem to be at odds somehow with the evidence.
Yep.
No, it's not.
It didn't happen.
It was made up by a riot.
All right, hang on. I want to try the other thing, and then if it's not that, then we'll proceed. I damn it.
What are you doing? It's not that one. No, that was the killer. That was the professor's autopsy report, darling.
Huh? Oh.
You want Asmund's autopsy report? It's the wrong autopsy report.
There's so many. all two of them. Wait. Shh. Damn it.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
Okay. All right. Maybe
Have we asked for the wrong one?
we may have asked for the wrong one, or we may need to press it. Okay.
I guess try pressing it.
Yes.
Hold it! You're quite sure of that? It was as a result of a broken neck.
Yes. As a professional, that was more than apparent.
Mm-hmm.
You'd never know just by looking at the photograph of the victim, though, would you?
No, that's very true.
Obviously not. Which is precisely why coroners are needed to determine the actual facts.
When they're not doctoring them, you mean?
Yeah.
Yes, assuming they can be trusted. Got him.
There's no point calling her assessment into question without evidence. Let's get back to the testimony.
Very well.
Damn it.
I
Okay.
think it might be the wrong one, guys.
Well, what we might do is maybe do we want to?
No,
do we switch or
I
should we?
think it's-
Should we loop round?
No,
and then
I
go
think
back to
it's-
it?
I think it's that statement's the right one. We just have to find the right evidence to go with it.
Let's press the... Sorry.
The entire team in perverting the course of justice.
I was going to say, let's press the rest of the statements just to make sure that nothing else just sort of comes out, and then we'll go around. We can sort of present on that one, and if it's still wrong, we can always. I presume we can press the previous statement and change it to the second one if we need to.
I wonder if like it was the other one because it's like.
We're now.
Could he call into question of like, was he actually dead?
Yeah.
Did you actually check?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's entirely possible.
But I don't know what evidence links to it. That's the only link I can't make at the minute.
Like, I may be completely wrong, and I accept that, but I also feel that, I'm onto something, and maybe this is a situation of showing the banana instead of the picture of the banana again. Sorry, Taylor, go on.
No, I mean, the only thing that I can think of is like, if he was already dead, would he have bled so much from the chest wound or something?
Yeah,
and so maybe the picture's the right one?
Taylor, he's not been dead long, though, and the picture's not even... And
it's still...
No, my point being that if he was still alive, he would bleed more.
I mean...
Right?
I don't know. I mean, it doesn't... Because you can assume that there's... You can presume he's got some layers on there as well, and that he's, like, bled into other, parts of his clothing. We also don't know how long after the picture was taken.
Although, or maybe even just showing it demonstrates, hey, he was restrained. He was in there. How did he get a broken neck?
Yeah. Sorry.
I read that.
Okay.
My team consists of the very best investigators there are. I demand loyalty from all members. We operate on a code of chivalry of sorts.
You aid and abet a murderer, commit perjury, and dare to talk of chivalry?
It was a matter of priorities.
What?
Nothing was more important than protecting the secret of the professor. My team did what was necessary without losing sight of the primary goal. I consider their conduct exemplary.
I don't!
I'm out of a flippin' job!
Don't concede the point, Mr. Naruhodo. You mustn't let her win.
I need a lawyer.
You are a lawyer.
Better call Saul.
Oh, God.
I'll take that silence as tacit acceptance. Now, can we move on?
All right.
Hold it! But at what cost? Faith in Scottish Yard is going to suffer a terrible blow as a result of this. Oi! You don't need to rub it in over and over again!
And your precious secret is out now, anyway.
If you only knew the secret.
Yes, as you say.
One of them. Oops.
And I take full responsibility.
Blow me. Wait, no, that's not right. Blow me. No.
Blow me down,
blow me down. Blow me down. Dr. Scythe, there we go. I lost touch with the cockney. It's all right.
Okay.
Surely there was some other way you could have protected the secret.
I completely forgot about the Joros for a second. I'm like, oh no, they could just appear at some point. We've got to randomly remember.
Well, there we go. Ooh. No, there really wasn't. I've done my utmost, believe me. In many ways, I respect your determination.
Phew. I nearly froze under that cold stare as she said that.
I do believe she was being genuine, though, Mr. Naruhodo. Yes, make the most of it. It won't happen again.
So that's her story.
She's admitted everything and revealed her full involvement in the crime. I do wonder if there would be...
Sorry. I'm excited. I'm sorry. I apologize. Go on.
No?
No, we don't want to run out of time.
She's admitted everything and revealed her full involvement in the crime. I do wonder if there really could be
Oh, it was the same one.
much more of it.
Jesus!
I thought that was the one that was on screen.
I do wonder if there really could be much more of it.
Much more to it.
Bleh!
Come on!
Well, I don't know, but I just have a feeling.
Do you, Mr. Naruhodo? The truth is, I find it strange too. How those two are reacting to this in completely opposite ways, I mean.
That stare.
Yes, exactly. For some reason, I feel sure that they're still trying to hide something.
All right. So hang on. So you were thinking, Taylor, that we arranged certain
Not
ways.
that one.
It was
Yeah.
this one. You think presenting... Wait. Sorry.
Thank you, say.
I think maybe the picture.
The photograph. Okay. I think if that's...
Look at this graph.
I think if that's not it, I think we need to change the statement and try the other one.
Yeah.
Yep.
No.
Dagnabbit.
Bonk.
Bonk.
Indignation.
Bonk.
Look, this Yeti mug is very convenient for a lot of things, particularly storing a large volume of water. What it is not convenient for is being quiet on the camera.
Wait, why is that not skipping? Merely carrying out the engineer's instructions in his...
Yeah, we've read that bit, yeah.
It's not...
Fabricate some evidence, yeah.
Are you sure?
We've read this. I've read this
It's
bit.
not...
Yeah, we have.
Okay. It's not letting me,
You went
like,
with-
skip through it.
So you went without any of your
Oh.
team to where Asmund had fallen. What did you press?
I clicked on the...
Oh, wait, no, that bit was new.
I'm going to say, I'm like, it's not letting me skip it.
Part of it was...
You mean you had the body arranged in certain ways to implicate the defendant, which was my job. Hold it.
Yeah, the engineer's instructions bit was in it. I guess
Did we not? Huh.
Well, I guess we haven't presented it. I guess we haven't pressed it since she's changed her statement.
Do you want to bring, like,
Yeah.
Ryunosuke's line back?
Well, I was going to say, Ryunosuke, do you want to...
And so you went without any of your team to where Asmund had fallen.
That's right, yes.
And now it's going to show
Now
the
it's
thing.
gonna-
Okay, right.
Oh,
I leaned down over the birdcage and opened it up.
Stabbed him with
Yeah,
Andrew.
then I took the screwdriver in both hands and plunged it into the man's chest.
Yeah.
And after that, it was simply a matter of recording the stab wound as the cause of death on the autopsy report. The real cause of death being the fall, of course.
I'm sure there's something here in this testimony.
You know, if you think it would be appropriate, I'm sure you could ask Dr. Scythe to change the supplementary testimony she gave before.
What shall I ask her to do with the statement she added?
Right.
Have her
change it.
So, I want...
Dr. Scythe, what you said before about what you did to the victim's body, I believe that may be significant, so could you change your supplementary statement to explain that instead?
Very well.
Gosh, you Japanese do mess around, don't you? You go around the houses.
I stood over the victim's corpse where it lay in a toppled cage and plunged the screwdriver into the chest.
Into the chest.
I mean, it's not there. Would she have left it in?
You can, you can definitely open the cage.
Mm-hmm.
It's the victim's corpse laid in the toppled cage and plunged the screw. I mean, I
But
guess we
was it a
pressed-
corpse, I guess?
Yeah, I guess we pressed.
I think to that point, so again, if we... Hold it! So it was you who stabbed Asmund with this?
Yes. Far easier than dissection, I assure you. No precision required.
What a welcome change.
The victim died instantly from a snapped neck.
Wait a minute.
He didn't, though, did he?
Well, that's what they're trying to say. I'm not convinced at all.
All I did was carry out the instructions I'd been given.
As unflinchingly as ever, no doubt. I imagine you didn't bat an eyelid when you drove the weapon into his body, which is, and I guess if the letter just said to do it, as if it was, if we are really going on this whole Strongheart thing, if she trusts him implicitly, maybe she never even checked, and she was just like, right, well, I mean, he says to do, right, okay, I trust that he's dead, and she didn't even know that he wasn't dead,
Yeah.
and she is being
That's-
set up.
That's what I said before. Like, I think she's been set up.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah, no, I know. There was no need to bat my eyelids.
And what else did you do to twist the facts? Remind the court, why don't you?
If you wish.
I think it's gotta be. I wonder if it's the picture, because if it's a corpse, would it bleed it that much? I mean, I know he hadn't been dead for very long.
Oh, well done, Taylor.
Objection!
Well done, Taylor.
Wait. Let me look at the picture.
I guess it might be, you know.
Maybe. I don't know. Right.
Because it's like, yeah, I suppose if he was dead, like his heart would have stopped beating blood around, so it would.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, come on.
Go, let's go.
I've got a nasty feeling that this inconsistency points to an extremely uncomfortable truth.
The music.
Oh.
What on earth is the matter, Counsel? Have you lost your tongue?
Oh.
Big.
Has he lost his Oh, I've got it as much as you guys.
I'm literally dead.
It's your fault!
It's not my fault.
Oh no, I'm so sorry. Unfortunately, we're out of time. Thank you for tuning in and watching. If you are as eager as we are to find out the truth of this matter, then please consider subscribing to the channel, give us a like, ring the bell. You'll be notified of our video uploads every Wednesday and Saturday.
All that See you next time, everyone.
And remember, don't falsify evidence, because you never know when might be a zombie and then it comes up to eat your brains.